Instagram says they're no longer a photo sharing app. So where does that leave you, the photographer? If you're a photographer and you're wondering if Instagram is still worth the effort to grow your photography business, you're in the right place, because in today's video, I'm sharing with you 4 ways that you can leverage Instagram for free today as a photographer. And stay tuned until the end, where I'm going to share how you can actually boost your profile's reach without sacrificing the aesthetic of your feed. I'm Elise Dharma, and welcome to my channel where I share all things Instagram for business. And today, I'm about to dive into 4 ways you can use Instagram to turn it into a client-generating machine. As a photographer, the first thing you can do is give your Instagram profile a makeover. And when I talk about your profile, I'm talking about the top half of it. I'm not talking about your feed. So it's always good to assess the top of your profile and make sure it's still working for you. For example, do you have relevant keywords in your name field? If you are a photographer in Toronto, Canada, do you have your location of Toronto in your name field? The name field is searchable, so I'd highly recommend for you to put your location or your city plus the word photographer or photography. In your bio, is it clear what type of photography you do? Is it clear which niche you serve? The very first line of your bio should say who you help and how. And then your second line of your bio is why you. Why do your customers choose you as their photographer? Maybe it's your years of experience. Maybe it's an award that you won. Maybe it's the number of people that you photographed. What is the number one reason why people choose you? This is what you want to put in the second line of your bio. I can go much deeper on this topic. So for a more in-depth video, I invite you to check out this video right here, where I actually worked with my videographer and photographer, Effie, to give her profile a makeover so that it attracts even more clients. The second way you can generate more clients from Instagram is to look at your content strategy. Now, I know my photographer friends will typically just post their portfolio. They will typically just share images of their clients. This is a fine strategy and kind of the way Instagram first started, but as a potential customer, as a follower, I also want to get to know you. I want to know what your face looks like. So don't be afraid to mix in yourself along with your portfolio pieces. Most photographers also neglect the caption. They'll put all their effort into editing their image, post it, but they won't really share much in the caption. The caption is an amazing place to share more about you or your clients, to tell stories. Remember, the visual stops the scroll, but the caption keeps them there longer. And the length of time that someone spends on a post is what the algorithm is looking at in order to see if it should show your post to more people. When it comes to your content strategy, you could experiment. You can use apps to animate your photos, for example. Because we know that videos typically get a higher reach and more views and more interactions than photos, you can look at using apps to animate your photos and bring them to life. I've covered some of these apps in this video right here. Another piece of your content strategy could be to show the before and afters of your images, especially if editing is a service you offer or if your editing really makes your photos come to life. Before and afters are common on Instagram, but that's because they're so powerful and they work. Now, as you're looking at your content strategy, maybe you're experimenting with new types of content like Reels or IGTV, but you don't want these videos or these new types of media to mess up the aesthetic or the design of your feed. What do? I still want you to post those videos, but you can create a custom cover image for your videos, whether it's a Reel or an IGTV. The cover image could be your photo, it could be your work, so that your feed doesn't lose its aesthetic. Plus, I've done another video on how to make a Reel just with photos, so this might be really good for you to check out. Now, as I mentioned, a lot of photographers skip the whole caption, which is kind of a mistake. If that's you, if you don't like writing captions or you're not really sure what to say, I have a free resource for you where I'm actually giving you caption templates that you can adapt to your business and your niche. Head to elisedharma.co/captions and I'll leave the link right below this video. The third way to generate clients as a photographer on Instagram is to build an engagement strategy. So this is separate from your content strategy. Content is what you're pushing out there, but engaging is really giving back in a different way. You're not just pushing or promoting content out there, but you're actually giving back. You're taking time to chat with people in the DMs, reply to their comments, listen to what they're asking for. This is part of your engagement strategy. I've done an entire video on how to boost your engagement, so go ahead and check it out for more on this topic. When it comes to creating engagement on your account, you also want to look at the type of content that's really good at doing this. So as a photographer, I encourage you to take advantage of two features that are really good for engagement: stories and reels. In your stories, you can ask a lot of questions and use engagement stickers like the poll sticker to ask people, where should I shoot next? Or where do you think I'm shooting today? Which do you prefer, black or white or this version? People love sharing their opinion, and by creating quick stories and using the poll feature, it's an easy way for people to tap and share their opinion, and then the algorithm is going to see this and show it to even more people. People also love before and afters, so maybe you have an assistant, but consider bringing them in to help you create content on showing the before and after of your shoot. People love the behind the scenes, they love to go along with you for the ride. I know you're going to be busy at the shoot because you're going to be focused on your client. So if you have an assistant, feel free to have them create some extra content for you. The fourth way to get more clients on Instagram as a photographer is to find ways to build deeper relationships with your audience. This is exactly what John did, who is a wedding photographer. With less than 1,000 followers, he was able to book in $40,000 worth of business because he focused on relationships. So relationships on Instagram really happen within the direct messages. People will have that one-on-one connection to you. And again, when you're creating DMs, you're not there to sell or promote or be pushy. You're just there to build a relationship, make a new friend, be a real person. When it comes to creating relationships through your content, I encourage you to embrace storytelling through your favorite medium of choice, whether that's Reels, IGTVs, stories, or your posts. Here are some content ideas for you to get the ball rolling so that you can get those relationships started. Who you are. Who's the person behind the camera? What inspires you? Why are you a photographer? Why do you do what you do? How did you get into photography? Did you go to school for it, or did you teach yourself? What equipment do you use? And by the way, this could make a really good reel idea for your feed. What services do you offer? Yeah, sometimes people need to know and they need to be reminded. How can someone book you? Again, this is a topic where people don't really think to put it out there, but as a new follower, you just don't know these things, so make it easy for people. Again, DMs are gold, especially for cultivating relationships, so when you're not sure where to drive people to or how to wrap up your story or your caption, drive them to the DMs. For even more trainings on how to use Instagram as a service provider, check out this video right here. To ease in revenue, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching today's training on how to use Instagram as a photographer. If you liked it, hit the subscribe button and the bell so that you don't miss any future trainings just like this one.